Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. So we're just gonna kind of talk about something that I think is extremely important for people who are getting into cryptocurrency or kind of like getting into buying and selling Bitcoin specifically. So right here we're looking at the day. Okay, so today's the 15th, right? Today's Friday, and it's 1 o'clock p.m. So I'm just gonna give you my technical analysis and how I look at these graphs and how these indicators help me, and how to basically get my portfolio set up for the next week. Now, first things first, like I said, today is Friday. Today's a big day for me. Why? Because the market closes today, right? So, you know, let's let's kind of go in. So, like I said, Friday is to me the most important day because of the trend, and this trend is gonna follow into Monday. Usually does. So what's going on here? It looks like the trend is on a downhill, right? But in the reality, it's actually a fake out, and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So last week, if we look at the 5 day, we will start to see that Bitcoin from the 10th, which was last week, fell to the downside, right? And if we go back even a little further, we can see okay, on the 8th. So if we look at the 8th, we can kind of see the trend here, right? So it was the 8th, and if we zoom in a little bit more on the 8th, we'll start to see that BTC was on a downward trend, okay? And that was the fake out here, okay? So I caught that fake out, and I knew that next week was going to be a downhill spiral because of this huge uphill trend, which happened on, let's say, Friday, right? So this trend happened on Friday, okay, where it was down to 36, but it's bull run, right? Like, it was a real bull run last week, and that went all the way up to 41K, okay, and then we kind of ended that night, Friday night, going into Saturday on the 9th with a downhill spiral. All right, and basically Bitcoin played a lot of games during the weekend, and on Monday it dumped. All right, so now today's Friday. Obviously, Bitcoin has it again. It took 1 day for that to happen, to go back up so drastically. Okay, but look, now we're back down, right? So we were down all week, and then we went up, and then we dropped back down. Okay, so I'm telling you guys that for me, okay, we'll look at the 1 day strength. This is a fake out. This is a huge fake out. Okay, indicators telling you to buy, right? But if you wait, right, and you I guess stay on the technical analysis, watch the trends, you'll see that this is just a fake out, and it's a possibility that we could break back out to 41K over the weekend. Now we'll try to break out here, right, all the way up to the uptrend, right? Zoom out, right? Put that there for now. We'll go here, right? And we'll put this to here. So we'll say, for example, let's just say, for example, Bitcoin goes up to 39K, ending on Sunday. That will mean, in my opinion, that it's a possibility that next week we might even have another dump. Maybe not as significant as the dump this week, okay? Because Trust me, we had a dump. It went down to 32K. I mean, right now, Bitcoin is already 35, you know? So it's kind of like, you can't really predict right now. It's still a little too early to predict what the trend is going to look like going into Monday. But something that I want you guys to understand is how to identify such fake outs like this. You know, I mean, you know, anyone smart would obviously at this point, you know, we're talking 36,000, you know, and these huge red candles are indicating that, you know, things are not looking too good, you know. So boom, you get the buy indicator. So you know, the indicators are everything, you know. If you're just looking at Coinbase, you're not doing anything because you know, you're not getting the play by play. Again, you don't even have to look at the 1 day. You could look at the 5 day, you know, to kind of give you a better idea of the trend. I mean, this is January, okay? Let's look at what Bitcoin was. Hold on. Let's make this price go down more, right? Okay. So if we look at the trend, right, of 2020, okay, 2020, right? And we start with January, okay. So the start of January is here, okay. And if we, well, yeah, let's make this bigger, right? A little bit wider, right? So if we look at January on the 15th, okay? On the 15th, we have the indicator where it's red. And then what does it do? 17th, right? 18th, 19th, right? Back on Monday, right? And we go back into this red, you know. And then the next week it looks like we go up a little bit more, right? And we come back down 9,000. This is February. People are saying that Bitcoin will hit 50K in February. So if that's the case, March could be a very bearish month. We can go right back down to 32K. Okay. March is looking crazy. Okay. Could be the same trend. You never know. I mean, again, this is 7,293. This point could be 30K. You understand? We can go to 50K next week, come back in our next month, come back in March, and Bitcoin is 30K. You know? And we could stay at 30K all the way until May. You know? Bump a little bit. But I don't see any dramatic pump until we get to November of this year. I mean, look at this pump in November. You see? So and you know, if you look at the trends, the buy signal trends, you know, you'll see Bitcoin is going up. I mean, it's going up. There is no signs of it dramatically just dropping. It would have to drop significantly to get to a point where, you know, for example, me as a Bitcoin investor would start to really get nervous. It would have to drop to like 5K for me to get really nervous. You know, I mean, even if it was to go back to 20K, I still don't lose because I bought Bitcoin at a very good price last year. So that's basically it, guys. I hope this technical analysis kind of gives you a better idea of how to kind of read these graphs and how to kind of look at these graphs when you're buying and selling Bitcoin. You know, the analysis that I'm giving you basically is for the person who buys and sells Bitcoin all the time, rather than someone who hodls. If you're hodling, you can buy Bitcoin now, you know, and just buy into Bitcoin once a week. You can do it twice a week. get yourself on a payment plan. I'll make another video about that later, but these are my little technical analysis, guys. If you use them, great. If you like them, great. You don't like them, that's fine too. Please give me some insights on how I can, kind of adjust my technical analysis. But thanks again for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.